Alright, what is going on, guys? It is Benny, and I'm going to be doing some top ladder matches. Now, we are just on the border of the top 1,000. We are sitting at around number 1,300, so hopefully we have some good gameplay for you guys. I'm just going to play the bomber here for that cannon. I don't think we're going to get any damage out of that stuff. Let's just kind of wait and see. I'm going to play my little prince right here for the knight, and then I think I'm just going to eat that bomber damage. Okay, actually that did work out. I was hoping that the bomber would go after my little prince, but I wasn't sure if it would, and I didn't want to say, oh, it's gonna hit my little prince, because I wasn't 100% sure, if I'm being honest, and I didn't want to look like a fool. But we are up against, it looks like poison miner, or it could be goblin drill actually. Let's go for another mortar here. We do have to be careful of EvoMortar though. EvoMortar is very punishing, but he plays it way too early, which was a mistake. Let's go for our little prince ability now. We also do have a lock on tower. He's going to go for the knight to defend, but we have the little prince to help take out that knight, and we get some really good tower damage there. I'm happy with that. So let's just kind of wait now. We could start our EvoMortar in the back, but I'm not 100% sure if that's the move yet or not. We will see. Okay, I think I'm going to start it in the back. If we are against drill, the nice thing is EvoMortar can sometimes be pretty good against drill, but his EvoMortar is just so dangerous. It is dangerous, man. So we will see. He's got archer queen as well. Honestly, I'm actually not 100% sure what he's running. It could be royal hogs, so using this fireball could be a mistake. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Let's go for the log and then the knight to tank the archer queen, and then we can just play our goblin gang to help take out those hogs. We do take a bit of damage, which is unfortunate, but that is okay, because at least right now we have a counter push going. He's going to go for the royal delivery, not a big deal. We don't even have to really counter that, actually. Let's go for the skeleton barrel here, and then let's go for our EvoMortar, and I think that might be kind of annoying. And then we can play our EvoMortar, or not our EvoMortar, sorry, just a regular one, in case he plays his EvoMortar. And then let's just let's play our little prince up high, actually. And then I'm going to log right here, and hopefully that resets his EvoMortar. Okay, let's get our knight down to take out that EvoMortar. He does get some damage, but that's okay. And then let's play our goblin gang right here. He goes for the royal delivery, so I am going to go for my skeleton barrel, and then I can just fireball these hogs. I don't think they're going to get any damage. Now, the unfortunate thing is that we have to kind of play our little prince very strategically. I'm going to go for the mortar here. Let's see if he plays like the knight or something. Okay, there's the knight, and then if he goes for the archer queen, I'm going to use my EvoMortar. Okay, he's going to go for the bomber. I'll play my EvoMortar. Let's play my little prince right here. Get some really good chip damage out of that. Let's go for another skeleton barrel. We cannot fireball that archer queen, unfortunately. But we can log at least to cycle. And then let's split our goblin gang in the back. Let's play our bomber right here. Hopefully he goes for those hogs so we can get some really good fireball value. It doesn't look like he's going to. We can play our knight on the archer queen. And then let's just kind of wait. Let's play our little prince right here. And then let's go for the mortar. He's just going to try to poison cycle us, which is kind of annoying. There's his EvoMortar, so let's play ours now. And then we get some damage as well. He's going to go for the log. Our EvoMortar gets another hit on tower, but we are a lot lower than him. We're going to have to really pressure this guy. Let's go for the EvoMortar. Let's log these royal hogs. We're going to have to fireball them as well, I think. Unless we can get lucky. Maybe our bomber will do enough, actually. Oh my goodness, we got the skeleton barrel on the tower. Good game. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we won that. And good luck. Holy, we got lucky there. Alright, you guys, for this next matchup, I wanted to show you guys a replay of a match I had, because honestly, I feel like this is a great way to kind of teach you guys how to play Mortar, and on top of that, it's pretty good replay. You know, it is a good match, and I wasn't recording for it. So let's get right into it. Now I'm up against Goblin Giant, and you know, one of the really tough things when you're playing against Goblin Giant, especially with Mortar bait, is your first play against their Goblin Giant. So what I mean is, you'll see here, I'm going to draw my little prince, and as soon as he sees that, he goes for the Sparky in the back, and I'm like, crap, man. Like, I am about to get absolutely bodied and buried alive, because, you know, when your little prince is down before their Goblin Giant crosses the bridge, you're in trouble, you know, because it's very hard to defend. You need your little prince in hand. So, you know, I'm kind of stuck here, but I did defensive mortar, and I'm hoping for my EvoMortar to get some chip damage onto that Sparky at the very least. Unfortunately, he zapped, and so my EvoMortar got deleted, and then that Sparky does not die. And so I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I am in trouble, man. Holy crap. Like there's no way. So I just accept the fact that I have to take a ton of damage here. I accept my fate. And, you know, I'm sitting here, and I'm thinking, like, man, I'm screwed. But at the same time, you know, I kind of feel a little bit annoyed by this, so I decided I gotta lock in. You know, I sit forward, like, I don't know if you guys play Call of Duty or anything, but, you know, it gets serious when you sit up. You go from laying down to sit up. So I had to lock in here. And so I realized I got to play some pretty good defense. He goes for the princess at the bridge, which is honestly annoying again. But I'm like, okay, let's do this. So I go for the little prince and the mortar. And with this, at least, I know he has to play the goblin giant. And then I can use my little prince ability to kind of help take out that goblin giant. He goes for the fireball. Honestly, super rude. So I hit him with the bomber, and we don't have to worry about that goblin giant anymore. And we do get a little bit of damage out of that, which is good. He still is obviously in the lead. But now I'm kind of thinking like, okay, I need to make damage back, but I also need to be passive. So I'm going for my skeleton barrel here, and the reason why I'm doing that is because I want him to use his zap. Because every time he uses his zap, it's a lot easier for me to defend the goblin giant than when he does have the zap. Because when he has the zap, he can, you know, he can reset my little prince. He could take out my goblin gang. There's just a lot that he can do with that zap, so if I can force him to use it, then I'm in a good position. Now I have my EvoMortar here, and if you have an EvoMortar like down against Sparky, they're honestly in a ton of trouble, because the EvoMortar will stop Sparky, and you'll see here his Sparky is just it's stuck there, and my EvoMortar honestly does a ton of damage and helps take it out. And then I get a really nice Evo Bomber here that does not line up, which is honestly a crime. It should have, but that's okay. And now we kind of have the damage back, and we're sitting in a good position here. And so now my main goal is to just keep pressuring him, because that's what's working. But I don't want to play too passive, and I don't want to overextend. He had to fireball my mortar, which was honestly, I don't know what he was thinking. That was so stupid. And we do come out with the win, which is a very nice comeback, and I'm very happy about it. So anyways, we will go on into the next one, but I really wanted to show you guys that replay. Alright guys, here's one more replay I actually wanted to show you guys, because I feel like this one's a pretty valuable one for you guys to see, especially because Royale Recruits are really annoying, and I have a lot of people that tell me they struggle against Royale Recruits with Mortar. And then, you know, this one's, it's a split lane pressure deck, it's using wall breakers as well, so I figured I would show you guys this deck, and kind of show you guys this matchup. Now, you know, first starting play, I'm playing my little prince or bomber in the back, and you know, honestly, it does depend. Like, sometimes I try to avoid playing my little prince sometimes in the back, but if they little prince in the back, or depending on what their starting hand is, if you know that you're playing your little prince in the same lane that they started in, then you can play your little prince in the back, and you're safe with your first play. Now, he has the mother witch, and I'm thinking, okay, like, that's messed up, and that's pretty annoying. So I am going to have to, unfortunately, kind of let that skeleton barrel go down, but I do just play my Evo Bomber to take out the pigs and deal with that Mother Witch, no problem. And now when you're playing against a card like Mother Witch, one of the things you have to be aware of is just the fact that they're going to drop it at honestly the most inconvenient times for you. So if you have a Goblin Gang down and you're thinking like, man, I hope they don't play it, good chance they're going to play it, right? Because they're waiting for the best opportunity to get a ton of value out of it. So you almost always have to have your Fireball ready for the Mother Witch, and that's something you really have to keep in mind. Now you see here, I go for the mortar, but I'm not going to bother defending it because he goes so, like, he plays so much to take it out. And even with this little prince here, I'm going to let my little prince kind of fire on him. I play my Goblin Gang, which honestly I probably shouldn't have. It didn't really work out, and you see here, because of that, because I played my skeleton barrel, he's gonna go for the Mother Witch, and I'm gonna get punished, right? So I'm just gonna kind of sit here and play my knight to take this stuff out. Then he goes for the wall breakers, and it is a close one, I'm gonna be honest, but it doesn't end up happening. We survive and don't take any damage, so we are okay in the moment. But now I'm kind of thinking, okay, like, I need to be very careful with how I play my cards. So you see here, he has the little prince in the back, and I'm probably just going to match the same thing, or I can use my Goblin Gang to defend and, you know, force him to play something more, or just an easy counter. So I go for my little prince here, play my Goblin Gang to the right so that he can't pop that little prince ability, and then I have my Evo Bomber, so I'm going to try to get a little lineup here and maybe get a bit of chip damage. He plays the Fisherman, so, you know, it doesn't work out. But now I'm just going to pop the little prince ability, and my main goal is to literally use the little prince to kind of take stuff out and pull everything to the middle. And so now that I defended that push, I can go for my Evo Mortar, especially because I have my little prince going. And then you see there, I Fireball because I was saving that Fireball for the Mother Witch. So now I got the skeleton barrel going down, the Evo Mortar got a shot on tower. That goblin was honestly the MVP of this video, getting that much damage, which was really nice. And now I'm just going to play my little bomber, or my bomber in the back, not little bomber. And, you know, I'm playing very passive here. I use my log because that's probably my best cycle card I have there. I know that I don't need to log a lot of what this guy has. As soon as I see the Mother Witch, I'm fireballing it instantly. I do not want to deal with it, and I don't want to give it any chance of getting any damage on me. But you see here now as well, one thing that you want to kind of pay attention to is this guy doesn't have a great counter to Skeleton Barrel. Okay, he has arrows, which is a 3 elixir trade, but it's not like he has log or zap. So every time I'm using my skeleton barrel, I know I'm getting a little bit of chip damage out of it, so I want to just keep playing it. And there I go for the Evil Bomber lineup. It doesn't work, but now defending Royal Recruits, I'm playing everything in the middle, and I'm using it to pull towards my little prince. And so that's kind of the strategy against Royal Recruits, literally everything in the middle. He goes for the wall breakers there, and I'm just going to fireball. If they play wall breakers behind something heavy, you can use your fireball to take it out, and it's a really good counter. Now I go for the mortar and the skeleton barrel counter push. He goes for the mother witch, but at this point I'm feeling pretty confident about my ability to get the damage. And there's a mortar shot that almost hits the tower, but we have the tower very low, and I can fireball cycle. And that's another mistake I see people make, is they do not fireball cycle when they're at a low tower. So what you want to do is you want to have your little prince down first, because then your cycle is a lot quicker, and then you start to fireball cycle. And that way, you know, you can really get to your fireball super fast, and it's really hard for them to punish you. He goes for the evil wall breakers there, but I'm not going to bother defending it because I can fireball. I know he doesn't have enough damage, and I win the match. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one.